This is a quick one, y'all. Damn. Didn't realize how late it is. 1 in the morning, Eastern. East Coast time, 1 in the morning. What's good, everybody? Let me go ahead and start out real quick. 1 second. All right. So, as I told you, the show is moving to another platform. I don't want nothing to do with YouTube anymore. I don't have it in me anymore to want anything to do with YouTube. I'm at a point where I'd rather just pre-record my voice, say what I gotta say, upload it, put it in a platform, organize it, things like that. And just set it all up that way. You know, I've become a tad bit exhausted with people. And I've always been this way. I try not to get too exhausted, but I get exhausted with people. And I get to a point where I sit back and I observe. And I know I am big for lurking. I'm big on lurking. And I got to a point with the lurking where I'm like, I'd rather be focusing on myself. Not that I'm not, but I just be like, I'd rather go back into the world of honing into the things that I love and honing into myself and leaning into myself and being everything that I am. And I say this because people are out here really trying to control the image, control the narrative, control what it is that they're telling people to do and don't. My Black Woman's Guide is not about that. My Black Woman's Guide is about truth, absolute truth, guidance, and how to navigate through this. My Black Woman's Guide is for any Black woman, a woman of color, or any woman who identifies as a Black woman to read, to listen to what I'm saying to them and apply it to their lives. It's how I tell my stories in a very transparent way to help people, help the Black woman in the Black Woman's Guide. No matter how much shit I may talk about the mammy, the nigger woman. Oh, don't worry, there's going to be a major segment on her because I got a good one. But it's all for the purpose of self elevation. You see, when it gets to a point that there are people out here talking as if this is all what you do. This is all what Black people do. This is all what you do. This is not what everybody else do. And I have to step in and say, this is what the fuck Americans do that other people do not do. Nobody, that's you see how the levels of conversation can go back and forth. We can debate and go back and forth with our mind, back and forth. And then there is the conversation of experience, which is your wisdom. Then it goes into the conversation of knowledge. Then it goes into the conversation of the type of people or your associations, which all reflects yourself. It falls into many, many, many different conversations. Okay? And I say this because when you sit here and you have women who are so attached to being Black women, and they're so attached to what other Black women do, we have a problem. One thing my therapist, shout out to her, she said, my my actual therapist said to me, she was telling me how she was a white woman. I didn't know she was white, but I swear, if you looked at her, you wouldn't think she was a full white woman, but she was a white woman from Philly, Pennsylvania, excuse me. And she said, people who come from slavery and these different type of backgrounds, and we know that's multiple people, not just black people, tend to be attached to what people in their culture do. And I'm white, and I grew up with a very white, condescending father, calling you sweetie and sweetheart and shit. And she said, if we see somebody white on the street homeless, we don't give a fuck. They're just in the street homeless. They don't got shit to do with us. And that was the awakening of my own. Like, that was damn, you see? And what I'm finding is I never ever found myself being attached to what another black woman does. I mean, for real, I never found myself attached to it. And I never look at what this black person is doing and wearing as that's associated with me, because it can't be associated with me, because I'm my own woman and I carry myself the way I carry myself, and I carry myself with the energy that I carry myself with from the moment I open my mouth. And I don't smile and laugh with people, so I'm just a very serious person. I tell you that all the time, and I'm very honest when I tell you that. It also comes to something else. Is understand with the divested black woman. She wants you to stop. She wants you to stop with everything that you do. She wants you to stop having children with Tyrone and them, and Pookie and them, and Mookie and them. She wants you to stop being too much of what you are as a black woman. She wants you to stop wearing bonnets. She wants you to stop twerking. She wants you to stop doing all these things. But here is the thing. There are multiple layers of who and what a black woman is. And those of us that are wise enough in the black culture, we understand the separatism of what black is. We know the black mama that twerks with her children, okay? And she twerks hard. We know the black mama who plays inappropriate music in front of her children. We know the black mama who drinks and smokes with her kids. We know her. And we also know the black woman who don't play that, who don't do that shit. We also know the bourgeoisie black woman. We know the sophisticated one. We can go on and on and on about the different layers of black people. And there are black people that say they don't like niggas. They say we don't like niggas. I have a problem with black people, but I don't like niggas. And there's no difference to me, but that's just me. But I have come to really see in life that it matters where you take yourself, where you travel, where you take your mind, where you take your energy. That's what matters. It matters the level of life you choose to put yourself on. And the more I realize the level of life that I choose to put myself on, the more and more I focus on putting myself on that level of life. Okay? And that's what you have to do. I'm being for real. I remember one time I was talking about how I was watching these videos, and these men that of course non-black men who go across to other countries and they build homes. Man, it's just I just love watching that. And one of them was in Italy. Oh, when I tell you, it was just breathtaking. It felt like I was there. It was just so breathtaking. And then there was another house that was architecturally built, and you can actually just open the window and go for a swim. It was just so cool. And I said to myself, if I was sitting in that space right now, would I think about how many kids and baby daddies somebody got, what I think about what black women are doing, who's twerking and doing this, who's wearing bonnets, what I think about this, and I said, no, I wouldn't. Them things would not even cross my damn mind. I said that. Them things will not cross my mind. Why? Because myself will be in such a high vibrational different space that those things can't reach my mind. And that was the awakening that I needed. That's the awakening that I needed. That's what happened. And I'm saying all this to say that's exactly what's going on. You see, this is what people are missing. See, I get up here and I talk about Black Woman's Guide, I talk about dark psychology, and I got a lot of more dark psychology stuff lined up for you because dark psychology is like my favorite topic. You know what I'm saying? And in dark psychology and these things are important to talk about because we're going to get into the Black Woman's Guide on a dark psychological level. When we talk about the mammy, we're going to get into that on a dark psychological level. Dark psychology is an actual study of psychology that is out here. And I will present it professionally in that way. Okay? Now, another thing. When these women or these people, it does not matter, okay, the topic, but just for just the example. When you are sitting here and you are hosting anything, that's in a vibrational alignment. When you're talking about certain things and certain topics, that's a vibrational alignment. When you are engaging energetically in certain topics and you're watching videos and you're presenting stuff and you're reading stuff, you are engaging, okay, in a certain topic. And you're engaging in a certain vibration, right? So people who sit here, first of all, whatever you focus on, you become more conscious of that thing. Okay? Whatever you focus on, you become more conscious of the thing that you are focusing on. Meaning that those things will begin to align with you because you are focused on it. Now, so people who may have this question, because I hear your question. Well, what about if you have to work as a newscaster, right? What if you have to, do a job that involves reporting certain things or doing certain things? Well, it goes like this. When you walk into the job as a broadcaster or a journalist, you understand what you are walking into by the company that you choose to work for, correct? Therefore, you'll know the frequency of it. If I chose to work for the newspaper down the street from me, that newspaper reported about things on the beach, music artists. It reported about local events, things like that. And rarely did you ever see anything about criminals, any type of cases or anything like that. So that was the frequency of that newspaper because I read that newspaper a lot. Therefore, if I work for them, that's the frequency of what I've been doing. Correct? But if you choose to go work for a newscasting station, that most of the time all they do is report crimes and this and killings and all this and that, well, that's the frequency that you're going to align with while you're at that job Because even though it's your job, it's still a frequency of alignment, correct? But at the same time, work is a part of being a persona and being a character. Okay? Because you can go to work, do what you have to do, detach yourself, hold on, detach yourself and go focus on what you need to. But I'm not saying it can't affect you. Okay? Because I'm finding myself, even with my own self, I'm really an individual. So whatever I decide to do, I'm going to do regardless. So it's not really a big deal. You get me? Let's get to the point. So these people who get up and they have so much to say about what black people are doing, what black women are doing, what black men are doing, dusties, nig dogs, just name it. N word with the hard R. You just name anything that they gotta talk about. Those people are doing nothing but making themselves more angry in their lives. And I keep telling y'all, I have something with subconsciously. I think those people subconsciously miss being around other black people, and they use these platforms to be in the space of more black people as themselves. That's just me. That's just what I see. That's what I feel. That's what my theory is that happened with the pink pill. She did not want to live that life alone without other black people. She was missing something about black people and black culture. I have seen this a lot of times with people who have dated interracially. Something in them still wants a black friend of the same sex or opposite sex. Something in them still wants to go into spaces with black people. It's very interesting to see, right? That's my theory about those people. But those people are going to do nothing but be more angry, be more mad, be more vicious. Whatever career that they have, every time they step out there, they're never going to get an high example of other black people. Their example of people of upstanding citizens and upstanding behavior is always going to be people of the opposite race. Then because of, do you see how it works? And then the black people that come around them are going to be just as deplorable as the things that they report about them, because it's an alignment. It is a frequency thing. Yes, I do the Black Woman's Guide. Yes, I talk about the things I talk about. But I sit around in my day to day life and I understand things. And I have a tad bit of just understanding. I can't say compassion. The word for me is understanding and not taking it personal. Okay? So therefore, when I walk around here and I live my life, I chit chat with people and I do my work thing and all of these different things, I find myself, I'm serious, I find myself just observing things, observing the mammy, observing even, I even see that there are people who are Hispanic and Latin that love white culture, that love white people. You see what I'm saying? And they're walking around being mean and so horrible to other people because they just need white supremacy to know that they the good Hispanic, they the good Latina. You get Latino. You get what I'm saying? It's not all separated, but it's a mind thing. It's a frequency thing. It's the way of thinking thing. Excuse me for that. It's a way of a thinking thing. Did y'all catch that? And this is what causes all of this stuff that goes on here. But when you focus on alignment for yourself, when you focus on the things that make you happy, being in spaces that make you happy. Let me give you something that can help you. When you build different social media channels, build it with a direct focus purpose. So, if you have a channel where you like interior design, you take a channel and everything on that channel is interior design school, interior sketching. You have another channel dedicated to music. Make sure that channel is nothing but music, songwriting, learning how to play an instrument, other people playing instruments, other people teaching stuff. Get what I'm saying? You have a crime watching channel. You see what I'm talking about here? I have a whole channel dedicated to studying, to annotating, to how to read, how people write with PhDs, master degrees, mainly PhDs I watch. Okay? I sit down and these are the focused things that I do. And trust me, it helps. And you don't want to mess up your algorithm. So you won't watch anything out of focus of whatever the channel is. Even on my computer, I have two logins. I have my main login, which has all of my music stuff, and I have a gamer login, which just focus on downloading mods, which focus on playing the game. You know what I'm saying? Which focuses on everything about gaming and then watching other people game and stuff like that. It's things like that. And guess what? I'm going to build another login where the login is going to be dedicated as a studio login because that's what the gamer one was, but it didn't happen that way. As a studio login, where that is the one where it's nothing but music, nothing but keeping record of songs, uh, going on a certain app to make it, to do collabs, to do some studying about music and music theory. I'm going to build another login for that on my computer. So you do that to keep focus. It's little things like that. Because I'm telling you this because strange enough, in times like these, I know it's going to sound strange what I'm saying to you, but in times like these are the biggest times of distraction. So big times of distraction with Trump and this and that is the time where you need to hone into yourself more. Okay? I'm being serious. It's times when you're like, you know what? I need to study this. I need to read this. I need to journal and write down this. I need to go back to my burn book about this. I need. And you need to just go ahead and do it. This is the time to pick up more books to read, get that audio book subscription. I'm not sponsored for this. I'm serious. But whatever audio book or Kindle, whatever platform you use to read books and hone into more books and finish off that book wish list. This is the time to write. This is the time to create. This is the time to get into yourself more and more and more and more and more. You will thank yourself later for it. You sit here and you get caught up with these marches, these protests, the Target losing money and this, that. You get so caught up with that. You're going to get caught up in your energy being pulled over here, over here, over here. So you have to just ground yourself back in to yourself. What does it benefit you to know this? If you're not, nobody, okay, I'm going to say this. You should have your ducks in a row. You should be able to pay your rent. You should be able to pay that car note. You should, oh, Beer Jew. Hey, Beer Jew. You should be able to pay that car note, excuse me. You should be able to have fun with your money and have a subscription to YouTube or Hulu or Netflix, something. Y- Your life should be there. And otherwise, you should be taking this time to get back into yourself, to ground yourself back into yourself. You get what I'm saying? I just want you to know, Beard Jew, when you say sub G, that means gangster. I'm not a gangster. Let me take a breather on that one. When you say sub G, that means gangster. When you say what up B, B is another way of saying brother. Okay? You OD, that means you overdoing it. When you say OG, that means original gangster. You understand? All right. So all of these things needs to be honed in on in these times. Yes. If you want to read the executive orders, just pull it up on your phone or your computer, click on the tab, and you can catch every, just refresh the page and catch every executive order that this man is writing. But understand that just because he signed it doesn't mean that it's passed. It just means he just signed the goddamn executive order. It doesn't work like that. But it doesn't hurt for you to be aware if you care to be aware, especially if it's something that can affect you directly. Other than that, when you're sitting here and you're listening to people who are dragging, who are talking in topics of comedy and roasting and, in the words with the hard R and all this type shit, it's energetically wasteful. I had to realize that, for me, I am taking notes. I am. I'm literally sitting down, taking notes. I am watching, God damn it, with a purpose. I'll get my charger. Hold on. I am watching with a purpose, right? So therefore, after a while, um, I'm gonna be gone. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna be adios. It's gonna just be like, yeah, I'm done with this. I got enough of what I needed to get from it, and I'm gonna go. But let me share something with you that happened to me. So one day, I'm sitting down with my partner. Well, I wasn't with her. Yes, I was. And I was like, maybe because I was on my cycle, I expressed how aggravated I got. Like, I got aggravated listening to one of the divested shows. And she said, oh no, that wasn't your cycle. And I began to ask myself, what is the aggravation? Aggravation is an energetic thing. Aggravation is a frequency thing. And so, therefore, what is my frequency that begins to aggravate me? Number one, I'm an artist. And I have spent not majority and most of my life around other artists. And I'm talking about actual artists, people that I can point out and say, hey, I know them. They're on TV playing some role. Okay. People who have written their names across the screen for certain films and things like that. Like, I'm not over exaggerating. There are so many people that I have met in passing that were incredibly talented fucking people. And the number one thing is they traveled around the world. And they all date different races of people, different cultures. But the number one thing that stood about everybody that I ever knew is that they all read, that they all write, that they all create, that they all sketch, that they all do art, that they practice and hone in the craft of they hone in the craft of what it is that they study and that they do. So if they're an actor, they're reading a book on acting. They have somebody who's an actor that they use as a muse. They have somebody as a writer that is their muse. I can go on and on and on. These are the kind of people that I am around on a constant basis. So when people are talking about how low lives, because that's what these people are, when these divestors are clearly talking about low lives and trying to make it seem as if these low lives are the representation of what black culture is, when you have Caribbean culture, when you have culture around the world, when you have different levels of people in mind. It goes on and on and on. And that's because I understand universal laws. I know it doesn't go like that. You see? So even if you are a black woman who is a divested black woman, so to say, right? Do I even hold on? Let me see. So when you have people who are complete low lives, right? Not low lives, excuse me. Let me get back to my thought. When you have people of a certain caliber that you associate with, you get back yourself. See, I know that no matter what I do or where I go, if I don't meet people who are artists, I meet people who love music. And boy, they have a ton of band shirts. They could tell you about all these albums. They could tell you why, because that's my frequency. That's how I am. That's my energy. And if you sit here and you have these women who are divested, but life is not really going anywhere for them, it clearly means that they're not tapping into themselves. You don't have to show get on camera or show your face, Clue. Please do not be on here and talk. Have I heard you before? Please be. This is a serious topic. Hold on. Let me finish my thought before I get to you. Hold on. Let me finish this. So even when you manifest and go out here and divest, however, because divest means just to let go and get away from or whatever, you're going to attract who you are. So even if you go out here and you attract, let's say, quote unquote, the opposite race, they are going to be who you are. You get, but see, it's not going to be like that, because depending on your level of life and vibration, you may just attract just super smart, intelligent people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and let this person here. What's up? What you have to say?
Hello. How do I? What's your name? How do I call you? Cause
Just call me a mentee.
I'm Minty.
Yes,
Yes, you're a divester.
I'm a who?
You said you said you're a divester.
Well, the word divested means to let go of. You can divest from a bank. You
That's
can
true.
divest from a lifestyle. You can
Mm-hmm.
divest from a culture or a certain way of
Mm-hmm.
life. So
Mm-hmm.
divested is not so much of go get you a Brad or go get you, you know what I'm saying,
Of
somebody
course
of
not.
another race.
Of
hmm
of course not.
That's just want to make that clear.
Okay.
hmm
Well, if you look at my profile picture in your chat, I'm some sort of a divester in a way. In a
Hmm.
way. In a
Okay.
way. All right?
Right.
I've left the culture. The culture is toxic. I don't know if you know
Very.
this.
It's
It's
very toxic.
toxic.
Yes, it is.
And I've stepped away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've ventured out into what I've done is embraced myself as an American man, which I am
Okay.
because I was born and raised in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So I've embraced that and just left all the other side stuff, if you know what I mean.
Well, black men, I don't, but well, you say you're American.
I'm
Black
American.
men have always divested. If not, you know,
Really? Explain, please. I don't know. I didn't know. I've
I
never heard this before.
I always say that the black alternative woman or the
Mm-hmm.
black alternative male, but mainly the black alternative woman, punk rock, metal music, probably just super smart, intelligent, read books, stuff like that. But the black alternative woman, the rebel, is the true first divester of the black community. The thing
Really?
about black, yes, the thing about black alternative people is that we're very aware of black culture. We're very aware of black people. We're very aware of black history. So when we divest from black people or divest from that life, we're very aware even why we do it.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're labeled as being self-hating, but that's not true. It's
Mm.
not true at all. We hate, if you want to use that word, the toxic culture. You
I
see,
fully understand that. I do.
the toxic culture. The music is even fucking toxic, if you ask me.
Yes, it is, and
I
I
don't
agree.
like the lyrics are
Mm-hmm.
horrible and toxic
Mm-hmm.
in that music. We shouldn't
Very,
even
it's
have been
very
listening.
misogynistic music, and we
Yes,
grew up on that. I don't know how
yes,
old you are, but we grew up on misogynistic music,
yes,
woman hating music.
very.
That's what we grew up on.
And I can't stand, I cannot to this day, I do not like hip hop. And I have family in the
Oh,
industry. I do not like hip hop. I don't like R&B either. R&B was
tell me
terrible
more.
as well.
Tell me more. I want to hear this. Tell me more.
If you go back and listen to that music, it's just it's no good. All of it is just when you really listen to it, it's just I have a few songs and a few lyrics that I can spit out to you
I'm
that
listening.
okay, it's a song by Gladys Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It rubs me the wrong way.
Okay.
In the song Imagination, she says, "This relationship is not working out. Everything is wrong, but I'm going to use my imagination to make this shit work."
Mm.
And that's delusional.
Oh, okay.
There's a song called Make It Like It Was because it was easier because that's ignorant,
Make it
delusional.
like it was.
Because
That
it was,
song.
yes, yeah, delusional. Young Hearts Run Free is my favorite song, but she backed up when you listen to the lyrics. She backed up on what she was saying. She was saying, "Young hearts, young free, don't be no fool. When love really don't love you." One of my favorite songs. But when you listen to the lyrics, she backs up on what she says. She doesn't stand in what she says. Gotta listen to the lyrics. It's like the last verse.
Mm.
Because she said in the first line, "What's the use of sharing?" What did she say? "What's the use of sharing this honor? This what's the use of sharing this one and only life just to end up a lost and lonely man's wife or something like that? You'll count the years and they will be filled with tears." That's a
Do
very dark song.
Do you have a problem with sharing?
Sharing what? I don't.
Sharing a man.
Well, I'm with a woman, and I'm poly. So,
You're with a woman.
and I'm poly.
I'm poly as well, but I'm not. I'm okay.
You're with a woman. Yes, I got you.
I'm with women. I'm with women. Yes, yes.
Uh-huh. I'm polyamorous. Yes.
That's a good thing, right?
I love it.
That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, I love it.
Because here's my thoughts on that, and I'm hoping you just listen to me. My thoughts
I'm
on
listening.
polyamory, right? Now, tell me what you think about this. I've been thinking this for about 10 years now. I think that a man should have multiple wives, but only if he can provide for those wives, all right? And I've come up with a specific figure, 250,000. So, for every $250,000 you make a year, you could have one wife. What do you think about that?
The thing I've seen with polyamorous relationships, because I've seen them in so many different dynamics since the age of 19.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is really it is really about the women who are a part of the male female polyamorous dynamic. It's always about the woman or the women that are in that mix. If if it can work out with them, if the male is not so dominating where he wants it all to be about himself, which really that never really doesn't happen. I find that the dynamic of the poly relationship works out very well. I do find this though. I think people of other races carry on poly relationships a lot better.
Mm, I could see that.
I don't think with black people. I don't think black people because the woman just does it for him, or somebody wants to control and gets abusive, or she sits back and let the children get abused. Like, it gets really nasty when I
Mm-hmm.
see the black poly relationship dynamic, as opposed to when I see people who are more non-black, as they say, have a poly relationship dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, some people just narcissistic, psychopathic, and they just cause drama no matter what race they are. I get that. But this is just my analysis. Black poly relationships don't really tend to work out. It doesn't matter the gender either.
Well, black anything doesn't really work out though. If you think about it,
You're
I
right.
mean, really. I mean, come on, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
it doesn't. I'm just answering what you're saying. I feel like most of the time when there's a poly relationship, the woman is the one who holds that up. She keeps everything in order from what I've seen, the best poly relationships.
So, what is
A
your
lot of
poly?
times it's her that wants it more than him. It's not even so much of him.
What
Or
is
they
your
both.
poly setup?
I have my main one, and
Your
then I
main.
have my main partner, and then I have my other partner.
Okay, give me some sexes. Man, woman. Your
No, all
main
women.
man.
All women. All women.
Your main woman.
My main woman, and then I have another woman.
Okay, so it's three women in a relationship.
No, I'm dating both of them separate. I'm dating her and I'm dating her. And the other one is dating another woman.
So it's a four-way. Four-way
Well, I don't
women.
know her. Yeah,
Help
I
me
don't know.
understand.
Yeah, I don't know that woman. I've never met her, but that's who she's dating. That's the second girlfriend. She's dating another woman.
So you have two girlfriends.
Yes.
Okay, and the two girlfriends know about each other.
They know about each other, but they're not dating each other.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, as long as they
Yeah.
know about each other, right?
Oh yeah, they know about each other, but they're not dating each other.
Okay, everything's good then. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, the main one gets she
Jealous
gets a little possessive.
of you.
Yes. Gets possessive.
Of course she does.
She even gets possessive if I have a friend that is monogamous and she's really my friend
Mm-hmm.
and she's dating a guy and but we're cool as hell. We just we're like band partners, like go to concerts together type partners and chill. And she kind of be like, what I'm saying? She still have her ways. She gets very possessive.
Possessive.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the
You
word.
mine, nigga. You mine.
Yeah, she gets yeah. So I think Polly's beautiful because
It is very beautiful. I
it's
love Polly.
it feels great to live in my absolute truth. I've always been this way. I've like even when I went to therapy and I expressed like I have never seen monogamy work. I
You've
never
never seen. So your parents didn't work.
um my mother and the stepfather. My father's still in love with my mother. Long story, but my mother and the stepfather, they've been together a very long time. But there was still a lot of problems. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't see them in poly relationships. The type of arguments, the deceit, the lying, the conniving behavior. When there's still rules in a poly relationship, people don't understand. You could still cheat in a poly relationship. People don't understand that. You can.
You could still cheat.
Yeah, you can still. But I have found that people in poly relationships, the building, the understanding, and the bond and the connection is nothing compared to a monogamous relationship. Monogamous relationships, they think they got something, but there's nothing like a poly relationship.
I agree with what you just said. I do.
That's there's another kind of bond that is there that is beyond what anybody in a monogamous relationship can understand.
Because if you're in a poly relationship, there's really no such thing as cheating. If you think about it, right? If you think about it, there's no such thing
Yet,
as cheating. You can't really cheat. What you can
yes,
do is lie about who you were with the other night, but you can't really cheat in a poly
that's what.
relationship.
Well, see, that's what's kind of classified as cheating is lying,
Correct.
depending on
I agree with
depending
that
on the
shit.
connection. Yeah,
Yeah, I
depending
agree with that.
because you have a poly connection where it's one person where you kind of don't really care, but you can be aware, and this one that you do care a
Mm-hmm.
lot more. Because that's the thing. Because poly relationship shows the different connection that we have with people in our lives.
Right.
Nobody should have to hide a connection that they have with somebody.
That's
No one should
so
have
true.
to relationship have to end because they're like, well, who is this person and how long is this? That's not fair. No one should have to cut people off because they started a new relationship, unless that person is absolutely toxic and they need to go. That's a
Mm-hmm.
different story. But other than that, people are doing this, and it's like, this is not how relationships are supposed to be. That's just how I feel.
I agree. Yes.
So,
Polyamory was the best thing. I discovered polyamory around 2012,
okay.
and that's been my thing ever since.
And let me tell you something the divestors will have to say to you. They
Yes,
say
ma'am.
that
Go
if you
ahead.
date a black man, they say if you date a black man, that's exactly what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do poly or lavender marriage with the black man.
Why do they say
Hmm.
that?
They say that there is, with the black man, there's a two coochie minimum, and that the black man,
Really?
yeah, they say it's a
What?
two coochie minimum. It's a two coochie minimum. And they say that the black man, if you're gonna be with him, you're gonna
You
have to be poly,
crazy?
or you're gonna have to have a lavender marriage with that black man. So you're gonna have to be with him, and he gonna have to be with another man. That's what they say.
Another man? No, no, no. See, look,
That's a
let
lab,
me
but
let me
that's what
say
that's what
something
lavender
on the
marriages mean.
record. Let me say something on the record. I have no interest in men at
Well,
all. Never have.
well,
I'm 45 years old. Never have. Never had an interest in men.
I
Never been
believe you.
curious or none of that shit. All
No,
right.
it's cool. I believe you, but
All
guess
right.
what?
I want to put that
They
on
not
the
gonna believe
record.
you.
That's all.
They not gonna believe you because you laying in that picture with a white woman and a black man with a white woman
That's my
instead to be by.
wife. That's
I
one of
know.
my
Hold on.
wives.
And a black
That's my
man with
first
a white
wife.
woman.
Uh
Wait, hold on. The black
huh.
man with a white woman is bisexual.
How?
That's
Who
what they
said that?
saying about.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
No,
Stop
I'm
right
just
there.
no. I'm
What
not.
did you
I'm
just
just
say?
want to. I'm just the messenger.
What did
I'm
you
just
just
the
say?
messenger.
What did you say, darling? What did you
That's what.
say?
That's the messenger. That's the. I'm too.
So
I'm just the
my wife is
messenger.
white, therefore I'm bisexual. How does
Yes,
that?
you are.
How does
Yes,
that
you.
add up? How does that add up?
You have to ask the women who said that.
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking
um,
you.
I have a different. Well, I
Okay.
have a different mentality here.
All right.
I would be curious to know how many people are in your poly relationship.
Four.
Okay, so who's can you tell me, I guess, numbers? I don't know, you don't want to say people's names, but who's dating who? How's the dating dynamic in your poly relationship?
Well, the woman that's in the profile pic in your chat, that's my first wife. She's number
Okay,
one.
number one.
She's the
Got you.
primary.
Right.
The other three are submissive to her,
Uh-huh.
and that's how that works. That's how we're set up.
Oh, so
It,
are you both dating the same women?
no, 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 no. My wife is not dating any women. She's just dating me.
Okay, so she's choosing to be with you while you have the her and the other three
Yes,
women? Okay.
three. Yeah, it's
But
four
make
of
sure my
us.
math is correctly.
She's
Okay,
the
so
primary. That's why she's in the profile pic because she's the primary. That's who she
okay,
is.
and they're submissive to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've seen that dynamic.
Yeah.
I've seen that dynamic before.
Yeah.
Um, interesting enough, I only see that more so with black males. I don't see that with white. I don't like to use the word white because everybody's so many different races. I don't see that
But you
with
like
other
to use
races
you
of
like to use the
males.
word black though.
Huh?
Mm.
No, I mean,
I didn't
I'm
say
saying
anything. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, no. I hear you, but I'm trying to find the because white is just such an expanded damn race. You know,
Okay.
if you get what I'm saying. It's like
Okay.
nobody's ever really white, and it's a lot of stuff. But I'm just saying here that other races, I don't see that dynamic. It is she's dating other people, he's dating other people,
Uh
and
huh.
they have each other. And then there's that one main one that's under the both of them.
Okay.
I had a woman I was friends with, and I was young. We messed around too, but I never thought nothing of it
How
because we were
young?
just.
Like
I
college?
was 20 years old, 20,
20 years
20,
old.
21.
College. So college age. Yeah. Okay.
College age, 2021.
Okay.
We were friends, and then it just happened that way. And she had a boyfriend. He was very bohemian. He spoke like two or three languages. He was into film work. He traveled across seas. You get what I'm saying? His
Yes, ma'am.
mom was a
Yes, I do.
musician. He was a musician. So he was black, but he was your alternative type of black. He's the one who put me onto a lot of different rock and metal songs and was like, oh, you listen to Linkin Park. I got some real music for you. You know what I'm saying? that was him. You know
So
what I'm saying?
he opened your mind.
Yes, I learned a lot from him. Yeah, I learned a lot from Andre. I didn't have any relations with him. You get what I'm saying? But I had relations with her. The relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you could say the relationship I had with him was that I learned so much from him
Mm-hmm.
because he was that kind of New Yorker. Do you get what I'm saying? That Brooklyn the Brooklyn night that I like to call them.
Right.
So, um, if you know anything about New York, Brooklyn itself is alternative anyway. Brooklyn has always been the ones that had their own kind of eclectic style over all the other counties in New York City, which they call boroughs, but counties in New York City. But anyway, point I'm
I'm
making is,
familiar with New York. I had an ex that was at Washington Heights.
uh-huh,
That's where she was born.
okay,
So
I know what
and
that's at.
Harlem. So yeah. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
familiar with that. Yeah.
I love Harlem.
You love Harlem? Oh
Harlem
yeah.
has such rich history, man. It has such.
I know. I've been there. I was when I visited her. Yeah. I've
My
been there.
father's my father's from Harlem.
Shout out to the dads. Shout out to the
Yeah, my
dads.
dad's from Harlem. They got style, man. You can't
You
trust
can't
me. If you
you
any
can't
style
fuck
that
with
comes,
a Harlem man. A Harlem man, you can't fuck with that dude. That dude is the boss.
oh
No
yeah,
matter
he
where
is.
you go, no matter where you go, if there's a Harlem man in the building, he owns that building.
Yeah, my father. It's my
I will
father.
say that.
Yeah, my father. He ain't nothing to fuck with. So he's the sweetest,
Exactly.
kindest, sweetest, kindest dad to me. Loving. I can curse him out if he drinking. I don't like it. He'll let me do that.
Don't
But he don't
curse
play in
at
them
your
streets.
father.
Yeah, he
Don't
don't play in them
curse at your
streets.
dad. Come on.
Nah, he made me mad
Come
one time. He hurt.
on.
Nah, he no. He broke my heart. He broke my heart. He
How?
he
What
knew
did he say?
better
What did he do that make you respond that way?
because his girlfriend was telling me that
Mm-hmm.
he was having lung problems and he was still drinking.
Right.
And I
And
can sense that it was more severe than what he was saying, and so I just kind of like yelled at him, and then I was like, "I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to talk to you like that, but you all I got." kind of, I apologize, but I can
mm,
do that. I can
no,
do
you
that because
can't. Not to a Harlem man.
no, I didn't cuss him out. I was just like, Daddy, why are you drinking this cheap ass liquor? You can go, do I need to buy you, wine or something more? Like, stop drinking this shit. Because, a lot of these liquors got more sugar and, all this crazy
Yeah, I
shit
don't
in
like
it.
the sugar. Yeah.
Too much sugar. I don't know why they did that, but it's just so much sugar and sweetness in all these liquors. It's just
Forgive me,
crazy.
forgive me for this, but I forgot your name. What's your name again?
And minty. See the name right there on the avatar?
Can you spell it in the chat so I can look at it? So I can look at your name in the chat. Just put it in the chat so I can look at it, please.
But getting back to the topic, and I
Spell it
do
in the
appreciate
chat, please.
it's in the chat. Oh, it didn't go up there. Hold on. I had to push the button. It didn't come in. There we go.
Amenti, Amenti. I got it.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
And
I'm
so,
sorry.
I'm not. I can't sit at the. Let me just make something clear.
Yes, ma'am.
I have thought I was in a space with people as myself, but I can't sit in the space with the divested black woman. Okay?
You
Because
can't.
no, because first of all, I'm with women. I'm
Mm-hmm.
poly. I'm hood as fuck. I'm not hood as fuck, but classified to them, I'm ghetto.
You
They may
ghetto.
even call me a mammy. I'm not ghetto, but they will call me that. I may be called a mammy, and most of all, they don't accept any black women who have black children. They're not accepting at all of that.
Wow.
I have noticed that if you have
Wow.
had children with the black male, or whether it's a Caribbean or whatever, whether because their black is classified as black, Hispanic, or Latin. That's all niggas to them. Okay. Okay. You got to be non-black. That's the key word, non-black. You got
Right.
children by them, you want to build your lineage that way, that's okay, that's accepting. Because I talk about the dark psychology of the divested black woman a lot. But anyway, I think that there's nothing wrong with people who want to be monogamous. Knock yourself out.
No, of course
But
not. Of
yeah,
course not.
but for polyamorous people, I want to make something clear. One thing I do not like is there's an advertisement of polyamorous people who look a hot mess and they don't look good. And
That
that is
is
not what polyamory is about. A lot of us are
that
actually very
is unfortunately true as well.
uh
It's a dark center of our community that does that. But yeah,
yeah, it's some people who just look
like
it's
shit.
like shit. Like like ain't no fucking way. And then when you see these people who look like shit, you see this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful person in the mix, you're
Right.
like, oh, something's fucking wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it looks, and I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that
It's
a
a
little
bad
bit.
look. It's a bad look.
Yeah, because somebody made a joke and was like, "Why do poly people look like this?" And they made this
We
fucking
don't look
joke.
like that. We don't.
Yeah,
We don't.
I
We're
have
cool
seen.
people. We're
I
cool
actually
people.
seen the most beautiful people that are poly.
Yeah.
I have actually seen beautiful, beautiful, confident people who are poly.
So, I got your name now, Amenti.
What's up?
Your most primary woman, the girl that
Uh-huh.
you love the most.
Right.
Tell me about her. The one you love the fucking most. Tell me. No,
Well,
no, no, don't laugh. Don't laugh. I'm trying to get something here. The woman that you love the most. Tell me. Describe her to me, please.
she ironically keeps me very grounded. But the biggest thing about her is I can be myself with her more than I have ever been with anybody.
You could
I
be
can talk
you
to
could
her
be a
about
mint you could be a minty
ye-
unfiltered
yes,
with her.
and I can yes, and I can talk to her about anything. And she has she has opened my eyes to a lot of things that I'd never paid attention to in my life.
Right.
So she has been a part of me healing and getting through that, whether she knows that or not.
Do me a favor, a minty. Do me a
What's
favor.
that?
What's her first initial?
It's a T.
It's a T. So we're gonna call her T for the sake of our conversation. What would you like to talk? What would you like to say to T right now?
Oh boy. I
Take your
want T to
time.
know that I'm gonna be her wife, whether she knows it or not. I'm gonna be her wife. Like
So T. Okay, let's break this down. Okay, so T has some second thoughts about marrying you or being your wife.
I never
Am I right or
really
wrong?
I
Go
never
ahead.
really bring it up. T has been married before
Uh
to a white
huh.
woman. To
Okay.
a white
Yeah.
woman.
So have
Yeah.
I. But go ahead.
Yeah. She was married to she has said to me, what did she say to me the other day? Like, it's not that it can't happen because I don't ever be serious about how I'm saying it to you. I never
Okay.
ever seriously told her like, I would want us to be married. I would want to be a wife. I kind of
Mm-hmm.
just I say it and not like I cower down. You know, I
Ooh.
cower down every time. So
Ooh. You
yeah,
cower down.
I get coward. I turn into a real
Ooh.
coward, a real
Turn
punk.
to a
Like
bitch. Do you
yeah, I
not?
do a bitch.
Oh my God, no. But go
Yeah, I
ahead.
kind of do that. Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
So
here to judge. I'm here to listen. I'm a listening motherfucker. I just listen. Go ahead.
I hear you, but
Yeah.
so it's like a matter of see. This is another reason why the divestors won't fuck with me because see, this right here,
Mm-hmm.
they despise black males. So talking to a black male that makes me a mammy. I just want to make that
We're
clear.
not
But
talking about black males. I meant to. We're not talking about black males. We're talking
no, what
about
I'm saying,
you.
you didn't hear what I said. What I'm saying to you is, I never said it to her in a very serious manner because I kind of chicken out every time because I'm like,
Why do
you
you?
know,
Why do you do that shit?
because
Why?
I'm gonna tell you something about people who've been married before. When you date somebody who's been married before, some people are so broken or some so hurt from that marriage. It feels like uh, it feels like you can't get in or you can't get that chance with them.
Okay.
It's something about people who get divorced that other people have could tell you, not just me. Like, you can show them love, you can care, you could be ready to be married yourself, but whatever's broken in them from that last relationship or that marriage, it's not the same. To try to, it feels
Not the
like you're
same.
pulling teeth. Yeah, it feels like you can be pulling teeth to try to get that person to accept your love to them.
Right.
Mhm. That's the issue about dating people who have already been married, that has gone through a divorce.
Minty,
What's up?
are you happy with your polyamorous relationship?
Oh yeah, I'm very
That's what
happy.
I want to know.
Oh, I'm very happy. I mean, to be 40, and I mean exactly
I'm
40.
45, by the way, so don't feel
Yeah, we're
old
gonna
because
talk
I'm
about
older than
that.
your ass. But
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
but we're gonna talk about that in a minute because we're gonna get into the 40s.
Yeah,
To
okay,
be
go ahead.
40, to be 40 years old, and even before then, but to be 40 and live in my absolute truth
Mm,
feels just so fucking beautiful
mm.
because it was always who I was. That's how it feels. It's like this is always who I was. And for whatever reason, I just did not live this life. This was always me. And this is the problems that I kept having, and all the stuff, all the toxic shit with black culture, you know what I'm saying?
Black
This
culture.
is Yes. So let's get into you, Mr. 45.
Me?
How was it for
No.
you when
Who?
you
Little old me? No, no, no. We don't need to talk about me.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just.
no. This is a good question. No, no, no. It's not.
No,
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 no.
no, no.
Hold on, Q. No, for real. When you hit
Okay.
40 years old,
Uh huh.
what what was it for you? What
When I
was
hit
the
40,
mind shift that you had when you hit 40?
I thought I was getting old.
Okay.
That's what hit me. What hit me
Right.
was I'm getting old.
Mhm.
I need to reassess my life here.
Mhm.
Am I here? Am I doing what I wanted to do
Right.
at this age? And I had to reassess things. That's what
Mhm.
happened. And I hear an echo. What's going on?
Uh-oh. I don't hear an echo. Who's echoing? You or me? I'll mute.
I I I hear an echo. No, that's a okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll deal with it. Oh,
I
I hear an
muted.
echo.
That's why I muted when you was talking. You can continue talking.
Yeah, yeah. I hear an echo.
I think
But,
I
yeah. At my age, I let me go back. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back. At my age, can you hear me?
Okay, I hear you. Are you hearing the echo when you talk? Is that the problem?
Oh, I don't hear it now.
Mm.
Now I hear it now. Yes, I hear echo now. It's disturbing me, but I can work through that. I can work through the echo. Polyamory, boys and girls. This is what I say on my channel all the time. Polyamory is the way to go. Because what I think is if a man can afford to protect and provide for a woman for $250,000 a year, that should be his wife, right? So let's say this man makes $1 million a year. $1 million a year. Let's say he makes that money. Well, then this man should have 4 wives because he can protect and provide for each of these women for 250K each. Can y'all see the math? Can y'all see? Can y'all understand the math here?
I have heard this before.
You
And
disagree? You sound like you
no, 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 no,
disagree.
no, no. I don't say to disagree because even in the Quran, I mean, the Quran states if you're going to have multiple women, you should be able to provide for those women.
It
See, that's the
does.
thing
It
about
does
men
too.
who
It
are
does.
people who
Shout
are
out to the
Muslim.
Quran. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah,
the Quran. Yes, it
yeah.
does
It
state
states
that.
that even it
Yes.
said that if you can afford these women, then you
Yes.
should have multiple of them.
Yes.
You're not supposed to be any Muslim that has multiple women and they are still poor or broke. That is not the way of Muslim, as that how to pronounce it. That's not the way.
It's not
It
the way.
states it in the states that in the book. And I'm saying all this because I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. I just want you to
Uh
know
huh.
that there's no disagreeing with you. I just feel like it is the dynamic of your polyamorous relationship. You have people that come together in poly relationships and it's they bring their money together, they build things together, they travel together, right?
Uh
You
huh.
have people in that polyamorous relationship and it's about love, it's about care, it's about emotions and feelings and these different things. But either way, it's just a relationship, so it's going to be about feelings and emotions regardless if you want it to be or not, right? But the thing for me is that I find it interesting
Okay.
that you are
Here
in
we
this
go.
polyamorous relationship. No, no,
Here
no, no.
we
I hope I
go.
didn't sound. No, no. I hope I didn't sound kind of. I wasn't trying to sound like that.
Okay.
I'm being serious.
I'm listening to you. I
That
really
you
am.
are. So all of these women are white.
I'm into
I
you.
didn't ask you that part. All of these women are white.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are.
If you were to have a black woman in the mix, how do you think that would go?
I think that would go beautiful.
Do you
I
think a
think that
black?
would be a beautiful thing. I really do.
Okay, so you date. So you still do date black women?
I don't date anybody. I'm married to 4 wives, so I don't date anybody right now.
No. What I'm saying is, you are a black male who has divested from black culture that is toxic, and I agree with you. And you're
Yes,
with
I
these
have.
white women, and that's why I was curious of could you still, if you were to have a black woman in this mix, do you still think that it will you could do it, or would it be too toxic for you? You get what I'm
But
saying?
I meant to.
What's that?
What black woman would sign up for this?
The thing of the black woman who I've seen do it.
No,
They known the
let me
man for a
ask you.
very long
I'm
time. I'm
gonna
gonna tell
ask
her.
you this question again. I'm gonna ask you this
A
question again.
bisexual one, a bisexual black woman will be
I
open to
meant
be in a relationship. I'm answering the question. A
okay.
bisexual black woman will be very open, or a black woman who was probably with women first and then with you and still wants to be with women is going
Oh,
to be open to having that dynamic of a relationship as long as she can get something out of it. That's the
but
only way.
I meant to. I meant to. What black woman would sign up for what I have? What black woman would sign up for being number 4 of 3 other wives?
No, I don't see that happening.
See, exactly,
And I
exactly.
would look at her sideways if she did sign up
I
for
know
it.
you would. I
I
know
I
you
would look at her
would.
sideways
I
because I'll
know
be
you
like,
would.
you up to something? You up to something? You trying
but
to cause some
but
problem
here's the
somewhere?
thing. Here's the thing. I'm not up to something.
Not
I'm
you. I'm
not a.
talking about the. I'm talking about the. I said if the black woman who signed up to be with you, I
Hmm.
would look at her sideways and be like, you're on to you're up to something.
But
That's that's what I
she's
said.
not up to something. See, you don't truly understand polyamory. That's why we need to talk.
We
We
talking
need to talk.
now.
We need to talk. We need to
No,
talk.
we are talking right now. The thing I do understand polyamory. I've watched so many different dynamics of polyamory. Sometimes I go on TikTok and watch polyamorous relationships.
Okay.
Because even when people have heartbreaks and breakups, it still hurt the same in a polyamorous
Okay.
relationship.
So when a man has enough money to support 4 wives, you getting your feelings?
No, I think
Or
that's a
am I
beautiful
right or
thing.
wrong?
No, that's beautiful because that means that y'all have enough money to travel across seas and places.
Okay.
Um, um, if one of them wants, like, if there's a business that one of them wants to start, or all of you, like, it's so much that you can do with that money. It depends on how you want to flip it.
That makes sense.
I don't
The
know. People businesses nowadays just be crazy. Like sometimes people be having businesses that be like, is that necessary? But okay, yeah.
Amenti.
What's up?
I want to know about you. I really do.
What you want to know?
Your relationship with your girls. All right.
Uh-huh.
I want to know about your relationship with your girls. Can you
My women, you
explain that?
mean? I don't date girls, I date women.
Your
Um,
relationship with your women. My
the
bad.
second
I'm
one
sorry.
is emotional support because they're both black alternative women, even though she's more multicultural, more
Is she black?
Asian. She is Japanese and Puerto Rican. So
Japanese.
she's
Japanese.
well, hold on, wait.
Really?
In Puerto
No, no,
Rican,
no,
yeah,
no. Don't hold on me.
she is her.
Do not
But
hold
you look at her.
on
But
me.
when you look at her, but
I
here's
don't
the
give a.
thing.
I don't give a fuck.
Wait, but when you
Really?
look at her, you won't pick that up. When you look at her, you
Amenti.
think you're looking at a Puerto Rican and black woman.
Amenti.
What's
Amenti.
up?
She's not black.
No,
All we did was talk about black shit. But your significant other is
that's not
not
my main.
black.
That's not the main one. That's the second one. The main
Okay,
one
so the main
is
one's
black and
black.
Indian. The main one is black and Indian, yes, and light skin, very very light. Like she looks white, but you know she's not because of her hair.
Because of her hair.
It's locked. That's why she has dreads.
Okay, Amenti. She's,
What's up?
she's not black though.
So
You're
you
the
telling
one.
me both my
You're the
women are
one.
not black?
You're the one. You're the one that came to me with this whole black thing, right?
Right.
You told me that black was important. So why aren't your girlfriends black? Answer,
I never
please,
said black was
darling.
important. I never. No, 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 no. I never said
What?
black was important.
Uh huh.
I don't.
Oh,
Can you? Yeah, hold on.
okay. Okay.
I personally did not. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I
Yes,
did
ma'am. Go
not
ahead.
want nothing to do with dating black or even dating a black woman. But at the same time, you get
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying. They're not
What?
typical black
What?
women.
They're not typical.
Cause I
So,
was I
okay,
was
okay,
more so aiming trying to go
hold the
for.
fuck up. Hold
Wait, what's up?
the actual fuck up. Hold up.
What's up?
What's a typical black woman? Explain. Break it down to me. All right. All
The
right.
t-
All right.
I,
Illustrate this
I
shit.
I hate to be the one to do this. I hate to
Be
be the
the
one to
one
do
to
this.
do this shit.
The typical black woman,
Yes, ma'am.
she runs her mouth and she has no boundaries.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Tell me more.
She lacks
Go ahead.
You a
I'm
crack.
sorry.
You a
I'm not
crackhead.
laughing. I'm not laughing. Go ahead.
She
Talk.
lacks self-respect,
Mm.
self-reflection, and spiritual responsibility.
Does she? Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
That's the typical black
Mm.
woman. She, even the thing about her is because
Mm.
she can be degreed up,
Mm-hmm.
degree this, certified this, the working a
Degrees?
certain position.
Are you
You know what I'm
telling me? Are you telling me, Amenti, that the black woman holds some sort of weight on getting a degree from fucking college?
wait, wait, wait,
Master's degree and shit?
wait, let me no hold on. I'm not trying to come at the black woman like this. I'm just making the point. She
I'm
can
just
have
asking.
those things and she will still end up being with a dusty ass dude. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna
Oh
tell
my
you
God.
it goes to show her self esteem, and also it goes to show the the indoctrination
The
that she
indoctrination.
has as a black woman. Yes,
Mm,
a lot of black women are indoctrinated to
they
stay with
are.
a black man or to be with a dark man.
Oh, they were indoctrinated. Explain that shit to me, darling, if you
Yeah,
can,
because
if you want
there
to.
there are a lot of these black males that we have grown up being told, you're a straight male, but you know what I'm talking about.
Uh
That we
huh.
have been told are very beautiful males are actually very ugly.
Mm-hmm.
Morris
They're
Chestnut,
ugly.
ugly. Denzel
Whoa,
Washington, fucking
whoa,
ugly.
back up just a little bit. I've never heard a woman tell me that Mr. Chestnut was an ugly motherfucker. I never
Yes,
said. I
ugly.
never
Morris Chestnut,
heard. You don't like the way he looks. Is
no,
it because his
ugly.
skin is dark?
He's not attractive to me. Even his
Okay.
facial features. Some women are very intrigued by those sharp
Okay.
eyes and shit like that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel Washington, ugly.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa, whoa! Hold up,
See, look at you.
hold
You
up.
look at you.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Did you just in my house tell me in my house
Yes.
that
Actually in my
Denzel was
house.
ugly?
Denzel Washington is ugly.
You know
What
what?
is attractive about
You
this
know
dude?
what? I hate you.
Idris, it's
I want
okay.
that on the fucking record. Put that on the record. I don't like you at all.
Wait,
Did
I
you
thought you
just
were
say
straight.
Denzel is ugly?
I didn't say I didn't have a problem. Listen, Denzel Washington isn't. He's a good actor. I'm not going to
He's a
knock
good
his
actor,
acting.
but you find him an
He's
ugly good
actually no.
actor.
He's actually an incredible actor. He's not even good. I think he's an
But you
incredible
find
actor.
him ugly though.
I don't find Denzel Washington attractive. I never have, and I never will.
What's wrong with him? Answer the question, please. Answer the question, please. You're under
Denzel
obligation to answer the
Washington
question.
looks scrawny.
What?
He looks scrawny. I don't get it. I never got it. But Denzel Washington is like, I'm a kid. I'm an 80s baby. So he's always been an old man since I was a kid. Do you get what I'm saying?
A minty.
Think about it.
A minty. Are you sure you want to go? Are you sure you want to die on this hill?
I want to say this. The point I'm making is black women are indoctrinated to believe that that to be indoctrinated into being with black males. Even if she has the opportunity, the education, the lifestyle, and everything to date outside her race and have a better life, she will still go and be with someone that she can control, i.e., a Dusty in jail, a Dusty that's not at her level,
A
because
minty.
it's her. She wants, because you see what I'm saying? She wants some kind of comfort, some kind of neediness is something internally with her.
A minty.
What's
Do,
up?
do you think black women should date non-black men?
I think that a certain kind of black woman attracts dating non-black men.
So I'm
For
gonna ask.
example,
I'm going to ask you again. Do you think that not? Do you think that black women should date non-black men? In
not
your
all of them.
opinion,
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell
what
you why.
percentage should?
I'm going to answer. I'm going to say not all of them, and I'm going
Okay.
to tell you why.
Okay.
Because you are what you attract, and if
All
that
right.
black woman still has that my mentality from black culture, and she walks into another culture, that's a clash. It's not going to work out. It's you don't. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want. How do I say this? Have you
Say it.
seen these black women who are with what we call wiggers, right?
Yeah. The
And
the
we're
white
just
dudes
like,
that act like niggas. Yeah, I know.
yeah, not the one who was raised around, not the M&Ms. He's not a wigger. That's somebody who was raised in black culture. I don't classify that as so much of a wigger. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is the wigger is she's with him, and she's with the white guy, she's braiding his hair back, she's putting a do-rag on his head.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like
It's
that shit is cringe,
disgusting.
bro. It's
Disgusting.
cringe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just yeah. So, but there are some black women that it will do her better to still stay with a black male, whether people like to hear that or not. There are
I'm not.
certain black women who date, you know what I'm talking about. There are certain kinds of black women who be with black men, and I think they should stay over there. Just like there's certain kind of black women who date non-black or who attract non-black. For example, I mean, I'm still a woman. I walk outside, I'm who I am, but most of the men who are attracted to me are non-black men. Black
Do
men
you
don't like me.
love? Do you love your wife?
Do I love my life?
No, that's not what I asked. Do you love your wife?
I don't have a wife yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
So she hasn't yet said yes.
I haven't. I told you what I
Yeah.
did with that. That ain't my wife yet, but I do love her. Absolutely, I love her.
Does she love you? In your opinion, this is your opinion. Does that woman love you?
I believe she does.
You believe. So what leads you to believe that she does love you?
Her actions with me, the
Okay.
things that she showed me, the things she do for me, the way she talks to me, the way she treats me,
Right. So
and I see how she, you know.
so what are your thoughts about her loving another woman? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, we are poly, so it's funny you say that because it was another woman she was talking to, but
Oh.
that woman sabotaged it. Like it was crazy to watch it.
Ooh-wee.
Uh-huh. And the woman had expressed that she does love her, but she sabotaged it. It wasn't, I didn't do nothing. I just saw what was going on. I was supporting her while she was going through that with this particular woman.
A mentee.
And I mean, it's she's listen, um to see her, if the thing about her and her personality,
Right.
I don't know if she would ever just love somebody else like that. And that's because of
Well,
her personality.
she should only be loving you though, correctly? Correct?
I think that's how it's going to be. I'm being honest. I don't see her. The second one, yes, she does love somebody else. See what I'm saying? I can see her loving multiple people. That one, yes. You get what I'm
You
saying?
could see her loving multiple people. However, is that what you want? Do you want her to love multiple people? I mean,
The second one, yes. I want her to live life, be free, love, be happy. Yes. See the difference of the
What
relationship
about
dynamic?
your main one?
I don't, I'm telling you, I just don't see her loving somebody else. I watch her. That woman she was talking to,
Okay.
even though that woman sabotaged it and tried to come back, it's a mess over there.
Okay.
But
I can see all this. I see all
yeah, I don't,
this.
I
I see
just don't
all
see.
of this. I'm
I
just
don't.
trying to present you with the worst case scenario because that's the type of nigga I am.
No, I got
I
it.
give
Trust
you
me,
the
I think
worst
about it.
case
But I'm trying to
scenario.
tell you, if you knew her personality,
Mm,
I
and
don't
she's
see her.
good.
I don't see her making room to love somebody else. She may really like them. She may care, but to
Right.
love them, I don't see her doing that. Now, the
Right.
second
She
one,
only
yes,
loves you.
yes, I can see that. The second one, I can see her loving multiple people, and I would like her to do that.
But the first one only loves you. Correct?
Yes, yes,
Only you?
yes. I don't like. I'm sure she has
Okay.
feelings for the other one because, but the
Okay.
other one is blowing
I'm just a
the other
fucking
one is
messenger, okay?
no, but the other one
Go
is.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
just telling you the other chick that she was talking to, she's just ruining everything.
The other chick. Tell me about this other chick.
Well, not to get too personal, like she expressed to this woman, "Hey, I'm going to, see you," and she made plans with her. And the next thing you know, she just explodes in the messages. And I do this because I love you, and she goes away, and it's like, well, if you love her or you care like you say you do, your behavior is not reflecting this.
No, it's not.
Her behavior is not reflecting this love she says she has for her. And my main was like really about to make plans to see her or go
Mm,
out with her, and she just blew it.
mm, mm.
So she has, people she talked to and stuff, but I can see friendship, I can see people she care about. I just don't see her loving anybody. That's
But
what
you,
yeah, I just don't see it.
do you
I don't even see
understand?
her trying to make room for that.
But do you understand how that sounds?
How does it sound?
You don't see her loving anybody except you. Really?
The way, if you see the way she carries on with these other women, you'll agree with me. You gotta.
I'm Minty. I'm not here to fight. I just want you to open your mind to the possibility. That's it. That's it.
Oh,
That's my
trust me,
only
I open
job.
my mind to the possibility because there's a woman she talks to and they get along just fine, and I'm like, oh, okay, they're gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, no, ain't nothing gonna happen. I'm like, no, 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 y'all are really vibing. Y'all may really date and be together. You know what I'm saying? So I do prepare for that one.
Okay.
Yep. So
But will your heart be broken though, Aminti?
she will have to, we and her will have to talk about it. Because remember I said I want to be her wife, you know what I'm saying? So me and her will have to talk about it.
What if she wants other wives?
Me and her will have to talk about that. I
So
mean, I'm
if
at
the
the
two
point
of
in my
you
life where I'm
talk about
honest.
that, what would be your response? Or
At
what would
this point in my life and where I'm at with it, I do understand the dynamic of what I'm getting into.
hmm
As long as she's open enough to talk about the relationship and where she stands and she's honest, then it is what it is.
Mm,
It's about honesty with me. Just be honest with me. Don't lie to me.
I can understand that.
Don't lie to me. So like that's my number one thing.
I can understand
So
that fully.
so why? I mean, you're 45. You're about to hit 50 in another 5 years, or
Who
maybe
me?
four.
Who me or your wife?
You,
Oh, me.
you're
Okay. Yeah,
45.
yeah, yeah. I'm 45. I'm
It's
an old nigga. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me. Talk
what
to me.
what has being in your 40s been for you?
My 40s have been wonderful. You know what sucked? My 30s. That's what sucked.
I actually like my 30s, but go
I
ahead.
hated my 30s. I
I
hated
hated
my
my
30s.
20s. I hated my 20s.
What was wrong with your 20s?
So emotional.
Emotional damage?
Just emotional.
Uh,
Just an emotional fucking wreck. I hated it. My 20s. I was just so emo because when I hit my 30s, I wasn't as emotional anymore. I was like, wait a minute. I'm out of my 20s. Damn, it feels good. I was happy to be out of my 20s.
right?
So you love being in your 40s. What do you love the most about being in your 40s?
Um, I know. I don't know how. I do not know how to explain this, but I know I'm aware of the grift.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds horrible, but that's my answer.
The grift of what though?
What's being sold to us?
Oh, we gotta talk about that. We want to hear my side?
I do. Go ahead. I'm listening. Hell yeah, I want to hear
At
your
the end of
side.
the
Go ahead.
day, black people, Hispanic and Latin, were all slaves, plus the Irish and all the other people. Were all
Slaves?
slaves,
Really?
and a
Are you
conquered group
sure
of.
about that?
Hold on, and a conquered group of people. Hold on, wait. Everything in black culture has been given to black people
Yeah.
for the Running Man, the dab, these dances.
Hmm.
Even if you take the Jamaican, they speak. If you listen to somebody that speaks Cooltree Irish, that's the Jamaican accent. You have
Hmm.
the way the Jamaicans are clean. You have the Chinese culture that's there. You have you just have everything that even the songs and the music that black people sing and stuff was written by white people and all that. Everything is given. Even when black people are like, I'm black and I'm proud, that's
Mm.
given to you. When
I'm
when
starting
our
to think.
ancestors had civil rights, that was
Starting
given
to
to
think
them.
now.
Given to us.
You started to think now. I
And
like
at
it.
the end of the day, white supremacy is so fucking clever because it keeps the black, Hispanic, the Latin, Irish, all these different people clawing at each other's necks. Separatism, believing that something is better than this and better than that. And white supremacy, this Trump, that's why I love Trump being a president. White supremacy showed us one fucking thing in that vote. That white woman still stood beside that white man, and that white man stood beside that white woman to vote for Trump. And everybody else betrayed each other. Every black, every
Yeah,
Latin,
well,
every
why do you think I
Hispanic.
married one of them?
Oof,
I know their
oof,
loyalty. I know their loyalty.
oof.
That's why I married them. But go ahead. You were saying.
But the black man has always known that he's a man. That if you read the book by Iceberg Slim, he said
Mm-hmm.
white. He called them the White Lord. That's what he called them. He said, "I'm a pimp because I want to get a piece of the pie like the white man, like you. I know you don't care too much for us black men, but these women that I have, they harlots anyway." And that's why his main bitch is a white woman. It's him getting closer to white supremacy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, go watch it. Go read that book. It's good. It's a good ass read. It's deeper than what I thought it was going to be. He's telling his life story and his pimping life, but that book is deep. When he talks, when he begins to express his life and his experience as a black man in this world, is so deep.
Mm,
I think I'm gonna tell my sons to read that book. That's a deep ass book.
I bet it
And
is.
that's what is the grift that you see?
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Because I'm going to tell you the entire grift. If you're ready for it.
I'm ready.
Well, the whole race system is a scam.
Yes.
All of it is.
Yes.
You say yes, but I don't think you agree with what I'm about to say.
I'm listening.
When you were born a Minty,
Uh-huh.
you were assigned black, right?
Yes.
You were assigned black. You didn't earn it. There's nothing you did to achieve it, but it was assigned to you.
Mm-hmm.
When you came into this world, you were told that you were black.
Right.
So it is my theory that we should reject race altogether.
How do we do that when you said that black culture is toxic? So how do you reject it if you acknowledge that black culture is very toxic? I think American culture is toxic, but that's another
Nope,
topic.
not
Nope, not what?
s- Minty.
What's that?
Stop being black. Black has never done anything for you in the last 20 years. You know I'm not lying. You know I'm telling the truth. Black hasn't done anything for you in the last 20 years. Now, if I'm inaccurate, let me know right now.
Black has been an experience in my life that has aggravated me. I hated filling out race on the application. I still fucking do. I lived around niggas, the hood,
You live around niggas. Okay.
in the hood, was in the hood. Um, black has not done anything for me.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
But at the same time, we still have a voting that says this said race, excuse me, this said race voted this percentage, and we see that the white and the black, the white and the white male and the white female stood beside each other and voted. We still can see race. It's not. And then
Nope.
when Trump says
Nope.
deport them all, we still see race.
Nope. There's, there is no such. Here are two things that are fake. Right? Minty?
I'm
Are you
listening.
listening to me? Okay, there are two things that are fake: race and gender. Those
Yes.
two things are fake because you are your nationality, whatever nation you were born in, and you are your sex, male, female. No such thing as race and gender. Something they just pulled out of their asses. Of course, you disagree. Tell me how you disagree.
For those who are spiritually smart, we're not limited by our race and or gender of what we achieve and accomplish in life. It goes back to what I was talking about in the front of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, even a poly relationship, is about relationship dynamics. And I always said we have been told all kind of wrongs about relationships. I don't
Yeah,
believe all this relationship shit we've been taught. I don't believe it not a bit. I believe monogamy is a choice,
it
but I
is.
don't think that it's
It
natural.
is. It's not natural.
Monogamy is not natural. Y'all can
No,
say
it's
what
not.
y'all want to say about same sex relationships. I say monogamy is not fucking
It's
natural.
not natural. And you heard it
We
here
have
first.
too many soulmates, twin flames, connections when we get on this planet.
Mm,
We have so many different people that we meet and that we connect with. We have so many people that we come to love. Some of us don't love till later in our life, but we come to all these different connections.
yep.
So why should we cut off this connection because we're in this relationship? Why should somebody cut off all these people because you came into their life? Why
Right.
are we arguing because you like all of this stuff is the problem? And then you have people, well, you need to compromise. It's like, well, if we're on the same page, do we need to compromise?
Uh oh. Get out of there.
What
Get
is
out of
all
there,
this stuff?
Mickey.
What's up?
Get out of there. You're getting too close to the truth.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are we like? Who's who is telling us this is the way of a relationship when you can clearly see people have quote unquote open and poly relationships, and that dynamic
Mm-hmm.
is the most loving, understanding, and vulnerable connection that someone can have. The Somebody can
So
stand and
so
say,
true.
I check my jealousy. If I'm jealous about something, I check why I'm jealous about it. If I'm angry about something, I check while I'm angry about it. While they're in that poly relationship, it makes them self reflect so much more than a monogamous relationship.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir, darling.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't like preaching to the choir.
Understand
That.
everything you just said.
hmm That's the grift of life that I see.
Mm.
That's the grift. It is. People hate freedom. People hate people who are free, who love themselves, that do things like themselves, and they don't care. People hate intelligent people in this soil of America. And that's something that people need to examine. Go ask
Mm-hmm.
people what books are they reading.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you many of them don't. It was somebody at my job, a manager. I could have sworn they was smart. I said, "What books are you reading? Do you read comic books?" That's what I said. Do you read comic? No, I don't read comic books. I'm just like, huh?
Mm. Ooh.
You see? I know I asked comic books, but still, still thought this person read comic books.
Man,
But you got people that don't read.
Minty,
What's up?
what are you doing here?
What do I do? What?
What are you doing here?
Here where?
Here. What are you doing? Answer the question, please. Please.
I'm an artist. I'm a writer. I'm a creator. And that's what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm also a teacher. That's the very low key thing about myself. I am a teacher. I've
Okay.
experienced enough to get on a microphone or put it in a book that can help other people.
Right.
I have experience. I may have not got to travel the world like I want to, and I will, but I have been around people who have. And I see the kind of personalities that come with people like that. And I've even been in the trenches with the Grinches.
Okay.
But either way, I have the experience of life and some wisdom that I can share and help people with.
Okay. I hear
This is
you.
why I say I hear what the divested black women are saying, but then I have to be like, there's some things I don't totally agree with.
Okay.
So I actually, I think I
Yes.
heard one of your videos before.
No, you haven't.
Yeah,
No, you
I never
haven't.
heard one of your videos. You talking about black women?
No, you never heard my videos. Because if you heard my videos, as soon as I got on the panel, you would have addressed me by asking me about my
Then
videos.
you have another
Since you
name. I don't think
didn't,
you were.
then
You're
you
not
don't know anything
Clue
about my
Studio.
videos.
Oh, excuse me for cutting you off. Clue. Your name wasn't Clue Studio. Your name was Clue something. Because you're the only person I know who spells Clue like that.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
CLUU. Your name wasn't Clue Studio. It was something Clue something else, and it
The
was
Clue
green.
Channel?
Your channel, yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
I remember you. I think I
Okay,
listened to
so
your
what do you
video.
know?
You were talking about black women.
What was I saying about them?
It was a picture of like a black woman with the afro or something, and you were really just kind of like going off with your point about something about the black woman's attitude or something, kind of like what I had said earlier when you asked me about the black woman, the typical black woman.
Was I wrong?
Whatever
Was
you
I
said, no, you were.
inaccurate?
You were not wrong. See, this is something I want to address too. I'm glad we talk about this. Okay.
Yeah.
The divested black women came on the stage going in on black males, right? To defend black women, that it flipped around, that they still end up talking to black women about who they are and their behavior. That it don't even turn into them talking about the males anymore. And this always happens to every woman that gets on the platform and attacks black males, and then they turn around and they get on the damn women,
Mm,
right?
right.
So that goes to
Right.
show that there is some truth
To
in
it.
what a lot of black males have been saying all this time. See, Kevin Samuels, I didn't have a problem with Kevin Samuels, but I noticed that a particular black woman had a major problem with Kevin Samuels. Had a major problem with the hell Kevin Samuels. I never had a problem with the man was saying. I was laughing.
I mean,
But I remember before Kevin Samuels and the Tommy Sotomayor's, the things that they would say. But I noticed something else too, because I know we talk about race. But I think
uh-huh.
the darker skinned black people are different than the black people who are lighter skinned or caramel complexion and lighter.
I mean, you still
They
believe
are
in
a very
race.
different breed of
You still
black
believe in
people,
race,
but they are a different breed of black people.
but you still believe in race.
So when you have your four white wives and you walk
Yeah,
around in this world,
yeah.
how do you identify when you see Shaquana in her bonnet? What
I
do you
don't give a.
identify her as?
I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't. You want me to be
Okay,
honest? You want me to lie to you? I don't give a fuck about her. I
right.
don't.
Okay.
Because I worked as hard as I worked not to be included in that area.
Ah, but here's the thing about that. You know damn well you can live in a secluded area and they still find a way to be in your neighborhood. You know it.
Who
It
is
has
they?
been happening tremendously for the
Who
past.
is they?
Shaquana with the bonnet, or Tyrone with the saggy pants, walking down the street in
I
your neighborhood.
separated myself from them.
Oh, you in a gated community. Okay.
That's right. I separated myself from them.
Ah.
Them niggas are beneath me.
Oh.
Beneath me. Yes,
Oh.
they are. Beneath me. They are low level niggers. And they're
Oh.
beneath me. Go ahead. You were saying? What were you saying?
So what about us that live in neighborhoods where they exist?
What do you mean they exist?
Where
You talking about niggers?
where the blacks exist. How
Move
do
away.
we
Move away from those neighborhoods. It's very simple. It's not brain surgery.
I
Move away
actually
from
am in
those
a nice
neighborhoods.
neighborhood. It's a college, it's a lake over
Do
here.
niggers live there?
Niggers do live here.
You gotta go. You gotta move.
Niggers do live here. Hey,
It's
I
just
got
a
them
matter
across
of
the
time.
street. Yo, I got them across. I'm not calling you a girl, but I got them across the street. One of them had their child knock on my door so she could see what I look like. What the hell kind of shit is that? She had the baby run all the way. I mean, that baby could have got hit by a car. That baby ran all the way across the street, knocked on my door, and all she wanted to do was see what I looked like. That's all she was trying to do.
So who do you look
And
like?
oh, I'm a beautiful woman.
You're beautiful.
I don't look my age. I tell
So
you,
you're beautiful.
I am. Yeah,
Okay. I don't want to hear about what age you don't look like.
I'm a beautiful
You're either
woman.
beautiful or you're not. So
No, I'm a
you're
beautiful
beautiful.
woman.
Okay. You can leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, I stand on that. I'm a beautiful woman. It's just it's hard to be beautiful and be smart and have depth, you know, and
That's gay.
intelligence in this world. I hate
That
that.
that's gay. What you just said is full gay.
You say gay?
Yeah, gay. Gay.
Why is
Gay.
that gay? Why is
It's
that gay?
gay. It's gay because you're thinking like a woman.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
why it's gay. A man
Okay.
should be thinking like this at all.
I'm not a man. I am not a man. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate that. Oh, I get what you're saying because a man will never feel no type of way about being intelligent, smart, and beautiful. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Got you. So I got to think like a man and say, okay, I
but
got
you
you.
don't have to think about a man. You don't have to think like a man at all. You
I
could
don't
just
want
simply
to.
get a man, and you don't have to think like him. Period.
My thing is, you
You're just
separated yourself.
gonna
You,
ignore what I said. Really?
I said I'm good on that. That's what I said. So you just separated yourself,
From
niggers.
yes, I do separate myself from niggers all the time, and I will continue to do that because, like your homeboy said, Kendrick Lamar, they
That's not my
not
home.
like us.
That's not my homeboy. Okay.
Okay,
I got
yeah, I
something to
have
say
to
about
be.
Kendrick Lamar. I got something
Okay,
to
go
say.
ahead, go ahead,
The
Dari.
only reason why he's attacking Drake is because his daughter came out looking like him.
Oh, she
We
goes
wouldn't have a
deep,
diss
doesn't it?
record because Drake looks like his. I thought that was his wife, but that's not. That's his girlfriend from high school. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't even marry this woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's not my homeboy. I
Mm-hmm.
fuck him. Like
You
Kendrick,
fuck him?
no, I said fuck Kendrick Lamar because
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying in the kid. I'm not saying that
Mm-hmm.
he's a good artist. I'm not knocking that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying fuck Kendrick Lamar in the sense of don't try to gaslight me
Mm.
because your daughter came out short and dark like you and not looking like the mother, and now you want to send this tracks to Drake.
Oh.
Now and what Drake looks like your girlfriend. Drake
Oh.
looks like your daughter's mother. So what's this all about? And you all holding her in a picture and all this and that because you wish that she was the complexion of the you wish she looked like her mother. You don't wish she looked like you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's why we got a diss record. Now we got all
Right.
this super pro, but also understand too,
Mm-hmm.
this world, this stage, even with these artists.
Now
I wrote about this stuff.
that
I
shit I
wrote.
agree, that shit I agree with. I
It's
agree with that.
very. It's really clever how they always need to tell us who's
Yeah.
black mixed this, who so called has the black daddy, who who so. It's always interesting to me how the story is told, and I'm like, these people are fucking adopted. These are clearly adopted fucking people. Kanye West is adopted.
I meant to.
What's up?
Why do we keep allowing them to play us?
Because it's so cleverly crafted. Black culture is
Can't
toxic.
we
It
stop
likes
it?
black culture is toxic.
But I mean,
They feed off of that. They tell me
I
this.
mean,
Okay, we're too
can't we
intellectual.
just simply stop it though? Can we just
Hold on,
stop?
wait. Hold on, wait. We're intellectual people, me and you. We'll simply remember the time in the 90s, early 90s. You would just turn the channel. You would take the remote control and turn the channel if you didn't like what you saw, right?
Yeah.
Eh, Nobody does that anymore for whatever reason. People watch stuff that they don't like. But anyway, when Kanye West carries on, wouldn't you just ignore Kanye West? Just like you said, you ignored Shaquana with the bonnet. You said, fuck her. I don't give a shit about Shaquana. When you say the same thing about Kanye West, they continue to engage and indulge in toxicity.
Mm.
Once I, if you are a pro black person and you saw Kanye West in a triple K mask or a suit talking like it's another Tuesday, I think I would just completely cancel Kanye West.
Okay.
I
You
think I would
should.
have
If you're
canceled
pro
him.
black, if you're pro black, then yeah, that's the only option.
Right. But these people
What
tend to
people?
keep engaging in this. And I even heard people
I
make
don't care
excuses
about the
and say,
Kanye story.
right, they keep making excuses for this grown man talking about his mama died. His mama died. So that's why he in a KKK mask. What are you telling me? What are you trying to, and this is before the mask. Like this is this why he defending Puffy? You know, listen, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Here's
Tell me
another
what it
grift.
is.
Here's another
Tell me
grift in
what it
black
is.
community. The black community, black Hispanic and Latin community, I just need to throw it all together,
Bitch Robinson.
has, you said Robinson,
No. Go ahead.
have too many what you call agents and infiltrators in the community.
Oh.
Too many distractions. Too many people who are saying they're black and they are not black at all. too much
Black doesn't exist.
people infiltrating and a lot of people who hate black culture. Kanye West hates, when he said George Bush don't give a damn about black people, he was talking about himself. He hates black
I
people.
hate black culture as well. So
I do
address me
too.
too.
I no no, I do
I
too.
don't think you
That's why
do
I
though.
know. That's why I
I think you're playing with us.
who's playing?
You
How?
I don't think you hate black culture. That's how.
No, I do.
What
Why you think
what
I
do you
don't hate
hate
it?
about black culture?
Black culture is disgusting.
So what do you hate about black culture specifically? Let's go.
I hate that these dark, dusty motherfuckers are put on a pedestal as if there's something fucking special. I hate that criminals are defended in black cultures.
Okay.
I hate the fucking misogyny of how the black male can be just a deplorable human being, but everybody still puts him a pat on the back. I hate the immaturity, how he a good man because he motherfucking, I don't know, got a degree or some dumb shit and take care of his kids and do logical shit that people say that adults, regular adults should do. I hate this love for things and dances and black culture and behaviors and things and slang that is so very immature. I hate that black people don't even see people that hate them. I
That's a
hate the
good point.
jealousy and the envy in black culture. There's a lot of jealousy and extreme envy in black culture.
There's no such thing as black. Okay.
Well, you asked me about what do I hate because you said I don't
I
think you
know.
hate them. I said no, I hate them. I just had to.
But I wanted to
I
tell
feel
you.
stuck. I feel stuck.
I wanted to tell you that there's no such thing as black. I'm gonna be the
Then
only
what the fuck are these
human being
motherfuckers?
to tell you that. But there's no such thing as race. Race is fake. It's made up.
Right. But even if we say that, somebody is going to tell you I'm Mexican, I'm from Cuba, I'm
But
Dominican.
Mexican is not a race. It's a nationality.
Right.
Yeah. So if Mexicans can be from Mexico, then you American can be from America, right?
Right.
So fuck the black shit. No such thing as black. It's all fake. No
But you
such thing
just
as
said
race.
so why do you hate black culture? Why still call it black
There's no such
culture?
thing as race. I
So
said it.
then
I just said
you
it.
said you don't fuck with Shaquana with the bonnet.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with race?
That's a black woman in the bonnet.
That's a American woman in the bonnet, which I can't stand.
Why y'all so hateful towards bonnets, bro? What the fuck is the bonnet war?
The bonnet looks like shit. My woman would never wear a bonnet. Ever. Not even when we're fucking would she wear a bonnet. And I love that.
Oh,
Why would you
well,
go out in public with some Jiffy Pop bag on your head? Why would you do
I'm
that?
fucking dead.
What?
I'm fucking dead. You said a Jiffy Pop fucking
Jiffy
bag.
Pop bag. That's what it is. It's a Jiffy Pop bag.
I'm never gonna look at my bonnet the same anymore.
Don't wear that shit in public. I meant it. Don't wear that shit in public ever again.
Let me ask you this: what do you
Okay.
feel about locked hair?
Um. Well, on women, it's fine. But today on men, it's gay.
Oh,
Yeah. If it's on a man today, that means he's gay. He's a faggot. Yeah.
Well, that's really deep because coming from New York City, and I don't know if I told you I have Caribbeans in my family. Well, I do come from a Caribbean bloodline. A lot of Caribbeans are very strong about dreads and locking their hair.
Really?
Yeah. It was a guy who was from Trinidad that was in Texas, and they were trying to tell him to cut his locks off before he could walk the before he can graduate from high school. And he was on the show and he was like, "This is my culture. I'm not letting my hair go. I'm wearing this because of my culture."
My
So he
culture?
had a big fight over keeping his locks.
Fuck the culture.
Fuck what?
Fuck the culture.
Fuck the culture.
Yeah. Fuck the
Yeah, that's
culture.
another twisted ass culture, but we ain't gonna get into them Caribbeans. I think they were the biggest what do they call that? What were the women were bed wenches, they were buck wenches or something like that, right?
No.
I think the Caribbean was the biggest buck wenches because they
Big
were
time.
owned by the British. Oh my gosh.
Hey, ma'am, I gotta go. It was nice talking to you.
Same. I gotta go too. Nice talking to you.
All right. Love you.
Take care, sir. All right. So that's Clue Studio. We're gonna definitely check him out before I take my ass to bed. I appreciate that conversation. Now I can finally go to sleep, and that's a goddamn spider. That's probably what was in my bed that day. And I hate killing spiders, but I gotta kill you because you are huge. I don't like killing spiders. That's probably what was in my bed that day. Was something crawl. Well, that was an incredible conversation. I appreciate Clue Studio. About to go check out his channel. I always appreciate a fresh perspective of a conversation. What's that noise? Oh, my cat. I always appreciate a fresh perspective of a conversation, and I always appreciate, um, having a dialogue with somebody. And I got to do that today. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end the show here, and I'm going to roll over and take my ass to sleep as I should. And I don't have nothing else to say. Just listen to the show, and that will be all. I'm out of here. And thank you